This. It was Peter Obi. What? Nigeria economically is better. And I will explain.
That Tinubu met it.
That Tinubu met it. I support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I support Obi. Peter Obi is by far a better leader than Nigeria. Yes.
Would you say Nigeria is safer now than 10 years ago?
That's a very good question. Nigeria is safer now than 10 years ago. That is never. This government has killed more bandits than any of the since Jonathan.
Nigeria today is more unsafe than it had ever been.
When last have you heard of bomb blast in Nigeria?
Like last week. Vehicle-based improvised explosive device ran into the Nigerian forces fighting in the northeast. As I'm talking to you now, if I open my phone now, you will see the number of people whose relatives have been kidnapped. It is under this administration that Nigerians are depending on individuals to confront kidnappers when we have security agents.
It's not today that they'll be kidnapping people in their house.
Under this administration, that a brigadier general, a brigadier, not a brigadier general was murdered in cold blood. His handset taken, all classified security information falling into the hands of terrorists. It is in this administration that terrorists are showing us their face clear. In the era of Boko Haram, they go round their face like no one knows what they talk, they go speak their language.
On what metric are you judging Peter Obi as a better leader than Tinubu?
Everyone that Peter Obi has made in his life can be explained.
You say Peter Obi's money can be traced.
Every single kobo.
No.
I know.
So are you saying that Peter Obi's money cannot be traced?
Please, Daddy Freeze. I want you to read this. It was Peter Obi.
What?
Nigeria economically is better. And I will explain.
That Tinubu met it.
That Tinubu met it.
There's no reason on earth why you should buy rice more than 10,000 naira. Bro, I've gone to a tertiary health institution in Nigeria. A whole ward for children. There was no light. Parents of children brought out money. Tinubu has had his time. He has done his own democracy. We have seen the best he can do. We have seen his economic reforms that is choking the living.
No, you were blaming this administration on spending that money.
Yeah.
And it wasn't this administration that spent the money. No, bro.
Yes.
No, Mr. Idris. No, don't do that. No, they do them. I don't like them. That the freeze, I know they like them.
All right, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. Good morning to you, and good afternoon to you, depending on time zone. I welcome you. We are back again on a new video reaction. I decided to start with this argument, very hot argument or debate between two Nigerians, one Yoruba and one Edo. All right. And I want us to relate it to what you already know as an Igbo man. That is the angle I'm coming from. You see, nobody just wake up and say, okay, I don't want to be in one country with a northerner, with a westerner. But something happened, something triggered what is going on now. Some people in this life are very proactive in nature. Once they see something, they can tell you that in 4 years, in 10 years to come, this is what this will be metaphors to. Some will feel like, okay, let me just leave, but it doesn't matter. Don't worry, God will provide until that thing will choke them. Somebody who want to live a decent life always plan ahead to avoid you begging, eating what you forbid, or turning back to go and lick your vomit. Nigerians today have met people, those of them who claim they are influencers, they are this and that. They, as a comedian, as a content creator, as a star or public figure, at some point, you will start behaving or acting as like a politician. Not because you wish to, but that's what the system provides for you. It's not only saying law here, this Yoruba guy that is supporting Tinubu, he is not the only one that have acted like this. Most of them you see today, they don't think about it. What they think about is how to maintain their level of richness, or to acquire more wealth, or to even acquire for their unborn children, without minding what happened around them. Christians everywhere, Muslims everywhere, they all believe in that there's a heaven, but nobody want to walk or act in line with what will bring you to that heaven. Sheila a few years ago was looking for whom to perform in his show. He don't have anything. He's just one of these random comedians. Not even he's not, his joke is just like normal. I don't take him serious. Today, he's living large. Few years before now, we had this guy called Oke Bakassi. The moment Hope Uzodinma, I think under Uzodinma, I think Rogers Okorocha, I can't remember. One of the Imo State governor called him and made him one of the useful. There's a one post they gave to him. He started kicking against Biafra freedom and all, because once the system can feed them and give them the lifestyle they want, other people should just go to hell. They can lie with everything in them. The title of this video says the only hope you have as an Igbo man or woman is total freedom of Biafra. And here in the picture that I display here, it says the only lifeline you have is Biafran total freedom. If you like, twist it. If you like, continue making arguments. I have seen some of our brothers on S, not even on S alone, basically on Facebook, calling me Udele a hero. Udele is not a hero and other. See, nobody like me, I'm just being real to you. I don't support any criminality. I'm not saying it for you to love me. I'm just telling you, this is who I am. I don't support anybody, whether I fight for freedom or not. And you are perpetrating crime, you are kidnapping people, you are committing crime, you are robbing people, you are any crime at all, let alone even buying people. I am not a supporter of that. In fact, if I say it, I will condemn it publicly. I'm not telling you this just for, this is not a political statement. I'm being real to what I'm saying. But the issue here is this: in as much as you don't want to be involved in that kind of behavior, we should also remember that some people have determined to buy you, not only you, buy your entire life, entire family, and get away with it. So in the course of that, if you defend yourself, anybody calling you a criminal or a terrorist, that person is one of those who actually drive joy in shedding people's blood. People, some of our brothers are now, living the life they want to live. Imagine when Northern Yoruba people are calling for the release of Mass Nnamdi Kanu. Not one, not two, a lot of them are doing that. They will now see an Igbo person who claims that Mass Nnamdi Kanu should be hanged. And some of them have not said it, but the moment you begin to promote and sing praises of Udele, you are actually calling for the head of Mass Nnamdi Kanu, because these are the people that have come out publicly and declared their intention that Mass Nnamdi Kanu should be fired, should be dealt with, should be do this and do that. They are not hiding it. All right. And why I'm saying this, I just want to lay a background or a foundation of what we are going to discuss here in this video. The video may be long, but please bear with me and give me your ear on this one. Like I always say, you need to pour your own mind on conversation. Okay. If conversation is not enough for you, reach out to me. I don't mind to host you. You can use my platform to pour out your mind. We are here to learn, to discuss about what concerns us. Okay, it's not that's why I put my number moving down here. You can screenshot it and reach out to me on WhatsApp only, because it is time for us to discuss about what we are going through, a way forward. No, I'm not a politician. I'm not intended to be. What I'm trying to, or maybe when Biafra comes, if I want, I can. Now, would I say when Biafra will finally get their, regain their total freedom? What I mean by that again is recommendation. Okay, when Biafra is being, approved, and of course, total freedom of Biafra is there. Like we are now totally free from anybody, and countries begin to, in fact, not even countries, few countries recognize Biafra. United States of Biafra. Then, if I want to join political party, I will join. If I wish, if I may not wish, if I don't wish, I may not join. But I'm just trying to tell you that what I'm saying now is not a political statement. We are not here to play politics. We are here to, because what we are going through is in real time, Udele and Nigerian army went to Sumo to do one or two Kuruke movement. Somebody somewhere are singing praises of that and saying that Udele is not so. That's their headline, as if Udele is there on his own. Now, if anybody is committing crime, we are not in support of that. How do you want me to believe what you are saying when some people are putting out video, they just like you guys are putting against different agitators, against Master? Some also putting their own video and their own write-up. People from the same region, the same place where you say you come from. So that place that you came from, others also appear from that place. Others come from that place as well. They are saying that Nigerian army are the one destroyed the Dumeje's house, but you guys are saying that no, it's different Liberation Army. Why I'm telling you this is because we our own problem. And Nigeria that you're trying to pamper and nurture is falling apart. That non-Igbo tribe, like Edo, Yoruba, Northerners, are looking for alternative. They are quiet because they are not opportune like you. You have all the chance to free yourself, but your stupidity won't let you go. Your stupidity won't let you go. You are just living like like as if everything is normal, but deep down your soul, you know that nothing is normal. That a lot is at stake. You are aware of it, but because of your hate, because of your evil intention, you don't want to accept. You don't want to acknowledge that. Now, many people are saying free Master, so some of us are still yapping nonsense. Shady Long is just like I told Okay Bakassi. Okay Bakassi, his children, his wife, all of them are in abroad in Canada. He's there running, he's a comedian and he's hosting politicians, cashing out. He don't care about you. Can he advocate for your freedom or your welfare? Not at all. The same thing, he's also cracking joke for you. You don't forget that. He's cracking joke for you. But can he do something to better your life? The answer is no. Your own is to laugh. Laugh away your sorrow. And after laughing, the sorrow remains there. He's working hard. His wife is there in abroad. His children are there in abroad. He's making money at your own expenses to cater for the children abroad. Now, even you that's in abroad, you don't live the kind of life they're living. Because they're making money from your own idiocy, from your own stupidity. They're cashing out and feeding themselves. And their prayer is long may it continue. Shayla is a typical example of that. And don't hold me on my word. Don't just take my word for it. I'm going to play you some clips from Yoruba people who actually understood what I just said. That they know there are some people who are like that. Sometimes when you narrow it down to the tribe where the person come from, some say that you are a tribalist person, you are a kind of bigotry. And listen, the truth must be told. Sometimes it may be harsh, but if that harshness will make you to understand it, so be it. Please don't forget to like the video. I want you to like the video. Now, hear this. Like I told you, people from outside Igbo land, like this guy here, Isaac Fayoshe, the one on glass here, you are seeing him. This guy on cap here with that is on glass, the brother to what is the former governor of Ekiti State, I believe. Okay, Ayo Fayoshe. Yeah, Ayo Fayoshe. His younger brother is Isaac Fayoshe, the one who said that Igbos are very easy to buy, and he later apologized. Look at him here. He's also on Shayla now, and we're gonna play that video. But before then, let me remind you, he's one of those who have called for Master Kamlo to be released. He's not an Igbo man. Then compare what he said about Master Kamlo all this while with this particular video that from Udelenan that is on social media. Then a full grown-up Igbo woman will watch it and will still tell you that Udele is a hero. Some of them say that he's another savior. Listen.
So let me give you people a small story. My mother sent a voice note to Mama Alona and said, no, somebody God. They say, tend to say what come forward and do this. Say, I said, who told you people this person I go start with first. If Gent want talk to me, you know where to write me for my page. Or if you want to do something, you go first they tell me. Like waiting you want to I no go do times 20. If they need to pump the entire mob, use chemical weapon, everything like waiting I no go do blood guilt, when I want blood guilt, every single person connected to them will die before the presence, like it go happen. Now me go show how they do wickedness. Now me like
if Nigeria is a country that are meant to work, this guy will face trial. He's talking about chemical weapon. Remember, the guy, one Yoruba guy talked about chemical weapon and biological weapon in London, and people from eastern part, it's not only Igbo people, all right, reported him to the authority in the UK, and the guy faced charges and later ended up in prison. There are some weapons you can't joke with. There are some weapons you are not even allowed, even in the war. You don't use that kind of weapon to fight, even in a war. Let alone somebody who is a civilian. A civilian. He's not even nothing in security formation. Yet he's telling you what he will do and all that, and nobody is to question that. Just like Hassan Nobo came out with a rifle, bragging that he's going to chase people anywhere they are. He's going to deal with them. Nobody questioned him. He's still moving freely. Nothing was said. You hear him?
all of them, I will start from the kind of family first. You see all those ones who are abroad, those who are in South Africa, where they send the Christmas. Now them be my target self.
If you don't talk like this and get away in a country that is meant to work, in the same country, you don't talk like this. But the federal government, instead of holding him on this, no, they are not praising him. We are going to run a live program today by special grace of God. I will show you some things about this, what I just said now. Some Northerners, what they're saying, and some Igbos, what they're saying about him. Do you understand? At the end of the day, your life had been put to test. Like somebody somewhere are pricing your life. With you may smile and joke over that. Listen.
Them all their full family, blood, we go paint Igbo land red. If they hear me,
that is promise of genocide. You go paint Igbo land red. To the extent that he bragged that he will buy a 2-year-old baby in this video, and nobody's talking about it. Listen.
blood go flow for Igbo land. They don't go even end for Southeast. Lagos, Abuja, whichever, I don't care where you dey, you go reach your family. Like if na pikin where they born 2 days ago, I go buy am.
Are you hearing that? Even pikin where they born 2 days ago, you go buy am. Keep this thing up, because when we come back, I may play it again before we start, so that by the time we're going through all that things that we're going to touch, you understand what I'm talking about. A fellow Igbo person like me and you. No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about those who are singing his praises. I don't count him as a living thing. I've told you before. I don't count him as a living thing. I'm not saying he should be pied. I don't have the right to dictate. I don't have the right to talk about people who will live and who will die. That's not mine. I'm not here for that. I'm just telling you that people reacting and supporting and praising him, okay, are the issue. When I said I don't regard him as a living thing, that is one of the things that I don't regard him. I'm not talking about whether he will live or not. I'm not here for that, please. Listen.
I said 2-day-old pikin, we go buy am.
2-day-old pikin, okay.
And you go know say na me do am. When I put it, you like, when I see that in Baramusis, we go work.
Now, that is Udele for you. Okay? Now, the question is, even though you have made up your choice, you know what you want, you know the best thing for you, that this is what you actually need to do. To protect yourself, is total freedom, to separate yourself from all this. And somebody somewhere is telling you something, different from what you already know. He's trying to use you to bargain his political career, like Sheila have done. Many of them have done it. He's not the first. He's not going to be the last. So to live in, to have a country that you can be proud of, you must avoid certain things. It seems like the video is getting too long. Let me go straight to the, the issue that brought us here, please. Let me go there because I want to play some clips, some video clips from people from Oduduwa land, what they said about Sheinlo, recent trending video. He decided to go on the debate, and he said something very, very interesting that everybody is kind of reacting on that. And I have played the first one. Let me start from this one. Okay, I think this is the first one. Let me start from this one. Pay attention from here, then we'll go down.
We need to Abuja by road now. You don't only need your transport.
Listen.
In fact, I don't go advise me buy it. You also need to kidnap ransom. You see, these are some of the things. But it's not today that they'll be kidnapping people in their house. I am from Edo.
That's an insult to anybody that have anybody have been a victim of kidnapping. That is an insult. Do you understand? Because people have lost their husband, their daughter, their son, their mother, their wife. Some even paid ransom, and yet their loved ones are later paid. That is society we are now. Then you see somebody who claims he's an influencer, telling them, "So no, that is not. This is not the first time they're kidnapping people. So anyone they kidnap is understandable. That's a playing down on the crime of kidnap. Yeah, just have to play it down as if it doesn't really matter. People's life matter. That is not the fact. Hear him.
I know what we are facing as we speak. Two doctors, two brothers of the same mother and father were kidnapped in Auchi. One was murdered. The body was thrown into the river. The second one, they were free. I am here to be part of the release of several kidnapped victims. And they know they ask for small money. As they pick you, 20 million, 30 million, 50 million, 100 million. For this economy, is it so hard to secure Nigeria? Do you know the primary purpose of government? The primary purpose of government is security and welfare. Every other thing is secondary. Road is secondary. School is secondary. Taxes is secondary. Security and welfare. Any government that has failed, so much so that a foreign power has to land tomahawks in a place in your country. Your country, your government don't know where they be, but a foreign power with no boots on the ground as are there had to land tomahawk on their head. That shows how incompetent, grossly incompetent that administration is. Do you know that in a state in the northwest, an assistant commissioner of police was warned by bandits that they are going to unalive him? Bandits warned him, they warned him. They went to his station, got him, unalived him, and took his uniform. Then they now came another day to say they want to negotiate with bandits. The bandit leader wore the uniform of that assistant commissioner of police to the negotiation.
Yeah, you believe any other government would have done better regarding security?
That the phrase is not hard. What we lack is political leadership. Do you know that I told you I'm a barrack boy. I was a young president for a military Catholic church. I had soldiers under me as youths. And when they go and come back and tell us story, horror, that we will catch person, one person could call intervene. Military could do one thing, civilian could do reconciliation. Reconcile with who? The reconciliation of a bandit is between the bandit and his God. The reconciliation of a terrorist is between the terrorist and his God. Your job as government is to arrange that meeting. And the earlier you arrange that meeting, the better for all of us.
That's my brother there, Sheyi Law. Thank God we are both from Ondo State. He's from
Now listen.
Ondo State. So I know his kind of people. You need to see where these guys are. The Osopa deck people like Sheyi Law. When they are talking about when it comes to eating from the government, you see them deceive the people, get what they want to eat, and move on, leaving the people behind. We saw Sheyi Law, I think about over 4 years ago when he came to campaign for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, said all sorts of things for him. So he was paid and he went solo, took his family abroad. This was very Sheyi Law, his wife and kids are in Nigeria. He took them abroad.
Just like I told you.
Now, the next election is somewhere around the corner. You have seen him again come back to start talking again. And he said, if you watch the full video, he said there has never been any time that is safer in Nigeria than now. And if Nigeria is safe, if Nigeria is good, if Nigeria is working, education system, everything is working, you can freely travel from Lagos to Benin without fears and all that. Why did you take your family abroad? This is the question many of you, as dumb as you are, following these influencers, you don't ask them these questions.
Exactly.
Obi Kubana chief, they have all moved their family abroad to a system that is working, to a place where it's safe. They have moved their family, where their children can access good and quality education. They have moved their family. All of you following them, you don't even have the privilege these guys have. Sheyi can easily, meet Tinubu one-on-one. The Obi Kubana and Chief Priest can meet Tinubu one-on-one. They can give them, they can reimburse them. You that you are watching, you have the privilege. Now, when we talk about this, nobody gave me money to bring my family abroad. I worked for it. So these people have the privilege, and you don't have the privilege. You don't even have it. And when we talk, you come to this conversation to crosses. Keep it up. Keep it up. That Sheyi Law there, his family, they are all abroad. Because he knows Nigeria is not working.
Exactly. So this is not the only one. Kobako also reacted and he said this.
Fears, he told me it's not today that they'll be kidnapping people in their house.
As well as I respect somebody like Sheyi Law, imagine a Sheyi Law saying for the past 10 years, Nigeria has never been this safe. Imagine Sheyi Law saying, no be today, they don't kidnap people for their houses. Is it even proper? In a same government, a government where care about the people, is it even right? Say they go to kidnap people. I just wish, say they go kidnap that Sheyi Law, the king, once. Make it feel like, you don't understand? Yes, now since you please say you feel if they kidnap that, I remember that when some foolish Nigerians came around bullying your daughter. I don't even support that one. I know how you felt. Just bully. When they attack your daughter, call her whatever they wanted to call her. I see how angry you were. Now imagine say this daughter when now bully you better say they take them away from you. Innocent Nigerians, their children, families. Kidnap when they say no hope of them coming back, and you say no be today.
Underline the word no hope of them coming back.
So when we voted a president like Tinubu in, one of the major priorities now security.
Exactly.
Give us security. You not fit. The lives of innocent Nigerians, they don't value her. They don't care about the lives of Nigerians. So you even know say that they kidnap. So why you think say somebody will come outside and do campaign? You go do campaign, promise the people that yes. This thing where don't they go on, I won't stop them. And for the past 4 years, it has not stopped. Instead, they triple. Imagine bandits now they do TikTok. Open face. TikTok live. They tell us where they day, nothing they happen. Now we don't know what they empower the people like Harrison. Because if the government was working, and Harrison would not be there to come and want to stand as a commando, a Bruce Lee.
That is Kobako for you, and we are going to move to another one because I want you to, this man says something very, very interesting, and I want to hear his own side of the story.
Nigeria is safer now than 10 years ago. That is it. I be like a man, my name now look.
No, start from the beginning.
Nigeria is safer now than 10 years ago.
Okay.
I be like a man, my name now look. I say Dile Oye. Lawrence Aletile.
Okay. If Sheyi Law is a Laje, it means he's from Ondo State, right? And it was in Ondo State a couple of days ago that a monarch was unalived in his home, in his palace, by bandits or unknown gunmen. A monarch, unknown gunmen in his home. You see, I want you to miss me with this. There is insecurity everywhere, rhetoric. Miss me with it. Because this was not just a regular person. This was a monarch. Bandits strolled into his palace and unalived him, trying to adopt him. He was unalived. And Sheyi Law is telling Nigerians that Nigeria is
safer now than 10 years ago.
It was 10 years ago.
Nigeria is safer now than 10 years ago. That is it.
In your own state, of course, there is insecurity everywhere. There is insecurity in Edo State, there is insecurity in Lagos, there is insecurity in the north, there is insecurity in the southeast. No one disputes that. But this monarch was not a regular Nigerian. So if bandits, if unknown gunmen can
Capture
enter into the palace
and capture
of
the
a
man.
monarch and unalive him while trying to adopt him, how safe is
What is your own hope as an ordinary person?
And Sheilo has the temerity to tell Nigerians that Nigeria today is safer than how it was 10 years ago.
That is another reaction there, and I want you see another security here. It said, gunmen by Edo chief abduct 2 daughters. This is just today's date is 26. This is today's news, all right. So, and down here, like I told you about Fayoshe, this is Isaac Fayoshe. He called out Sheilo again. I have seen the video that he want to share here, the video that he want to show you now, but I don't know that is in Ondo State. Okay, I know that is a Yoruba land, but I don't know the particular place. Hear this.
Failed comedian Sheilo, this video. Tag him down, tag him. This is his state, Ondo State, where he collects money every month. Look at his people suffering. Kidnappers don't let them rest. He said Nigeria is safe now, safer than before. Look at it. Look at this video. Tag him.
Their lives, kidnapping. Baba. Their lights, kidnapping. This is Ushu in Ondo State. Block. People have kidnapping. A loved one select. In Ushotam.
This is Ondo State. Ondo, where he is from. Ondo, you can see how their people are suffering. Ondo. Tag him. Let him see. Let him see.
No road. Roadblock. And let's go. Let's go. All the road visits to Lagos to Akure was blocked. And let's go. Ayara. Oh, good morning, sir. Àti wọ eléyìí o. Roadblock láwa o, new show. Ọ̀nà kidnap wájú o. Ní Celestial Church, new show, Ondo State.
Nigeria is the only country in the world that will catch these kidnappers, the bandits, the people that are buying our people, and they will say they have rehabilitated them and sent back to the streets. You can see this failed comedian from Ondo State. His governor is failing. He is failing. They are both failing. He is now coming out to say Nigeria is safe. Can you see? I want car.
All right. The question is, you that are watching now, what is your own solution? What do you think that you must do to be free, to live like other people in this world, if not freedom? Do you think that one magic will happen somewhere that will make it work? You can see how rotten the system, how rotten everything are. Then you know all those things, and yet you are picking fights with your own people. I don't want to say much. I just want you to use yourself and judge it for yourself. Just tell yourself the truth. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think on the comment section. God bless you. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.